Hey guys, what is going on? So, picking up where we left, we have finished the header and a little bit of the content for the website. Now, one thing I'm missing here in the header is maybe a line of text that's gonna say, hey guys, welcome to the web page or something, so let's just do that. In the header BG, we're gonna add a p tag, a paragraph of text saying, welcome to my first website. Cheesy, I know. So reload the page, and where is it? And the text is right there. So yeah, it's not really good. So let's format that a little bit. Let's make Okay, I'm gonna show you how to select an element inside an element again. So we're gonna pick up header BG and then p tag inside it. And in this p tag, I want to position it absolute. Now positioning, I'm gonna leave a link for you guys. Positioning is a pain in the butt and a very long lesson. If I wanted to make a lesson for it, it would be probably very long. So I'm going to attach a link where you guys can learn more about positioning. So just for now, remember that if you position absolute an element, you will take it out of order for all the other elements, and it's going to be wherever you put it. And it's not going to move at all. You know, it's just going to be fixed wherever you want it to be. So position absolute, color, let's give it a color white so it's a little visible. We're going to increase the font size, I guess. Let's go with something big. Let's say 28 pixels. Now save, reload the page, and as you can see, it's now overlapping with our logo, our brand, our title. So we don't want that. We want to move it. So the way you move position elements absolute, if you give it positioning of absolute, you don't move it by padding or margin, you move it by saying top, left, bottom, right. So top, I want to move it, let's say 200 pixels, oops, not 2000, 200 pixels. Let me just reload the page, see where it is. Okay, that's where I want it to be, and I want to move it left, let's give it 20%. Okay, save, reload, let's see where it is, a little less, I guess, 10. And yeah, okay, let's leave it like that for now. So you have a little welcome message, and you can put whatever you want there. Let's move on. Okay, so next, this image is too big, right? Hope you agree with me. And my name there. Okay, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna give this div a class of profile. Let's go with profile, something that makes sense. So in the styles, we're going to select it by typing in dot before the profile, and we're going to do a few things here. First, we're going to say text align center. Let's say reload, and that's going to move the content of everything that's inside the profile in the center of the page. And now, while we have profile there, right? So let's go with profile image. And since I think this image is too big, let's make it a bit smaller. So let's say maximum height of maximum width. Maximum width of let's go with 150 pixels. Let me see how it looks like. A bit too small now. 250 pixels. Okay, let's say this is good, and height, I'm going to give it auto, just in case. Maybe your picture is not going to be square, so it doesn't really stretch. This is going to preserve its aspect ratio. And next, I want to make it a circle. Let's do that. Border radius of 50%. 50%. I said 50%. This editor sometimes is weird. Okay, 50%. Save, reload, and now it's a circle. The other way you could have reached this is by typing half of what its dimension is. So in this case, we could have typed in 125 pixels. I don't type good. 125 pixels. If we reload the page, you get the same effect. You can also make it less round, let's say 60 pixels. Save the page, reload, and this is how it looks like. Okay, let's leave it like this for now. I don't want it round. I think this looks good. So next, we have two sections here. Who am I and what do I do? So let's do something interesting here. I want these elements to be next to each other. Okay, let's say I want them to be next to each other. So I'm gonna give them both a class of. Okay, let's give them a class of profile about me. Okay, and let's do the same thing for the other one. Section profile about me. So right now what I want to do is, this way we can select them both, right? Profile about me, and let's say I want to give them a width of, let's say 40%. I don't want them to be more than 40%. And now let's do the interesting float left thing. Okay, save, reload the page, and they're gonna float next to each other. Now, when we're floating things, you need to break the float as well. So I always, when I do these things, I make an empty div. It's gonna be clear float. Just an empty div, clear float, and style. Did I make it already? No, I don't. So clear float, and inside this div, we're gonna have only one property, and that is clear both. Okay, I talked a little bit about the floats, and you guys know what I do. I'm not going to spend too much time about it. So, okay, but let's try with 50%. I think 50% won't work. Well, it will. So, but it's not gonna work really good. Let's say I want 40%, and I want margin to be 5%. Actually 0.5%, right? Reload the page, and it's gonna give a little margin in between so it looks good. Okay, I think it looks all right. And maybe I want to text center that as well, because we're already following that style. So let's just text center it all, and here we go. And now the footer. One thing I want to do with footer. Well, I want to break it. I don't want it to be inside the main wrapper. You see, we have everything inside this wrapper, and the wrapper is fixed width, right? So I want footer to be not really fixed in between here. I want footer to stretch all the way. And let's style the footer. So footer, let's give it a height of 100 pixels. Let's give it a background color of oops, let's go with 333. I think it's black enough. Or maybe 222. Okay, something dark. Okay, color, I want it to be white. Save, reload, there we go. And I want footer to be display table. I'm gonna show you what this does. So display table, yeah, it's not gonna, okay, width, I want width to be 100%. I want it to stretch all the way. And okay, that's enough for now. And what we have inside is E, right? So this E, I'm gonna select the E tag, footer E, right? And this, I want it to be display table cell. I'm gonna show you why. So vertical align middle. Okay, this little trick I do. It's so no matter what the height is, I can make it 200 pixels right now, and this text is always going to be here in the middle, right? It's not gonna move anywhere. So this is a nice little trick on how to vertically center things in the middle. Okay, so this is too much. Let's go with 50 pixels. Let me see how it looks. Go back to 100. Okay, save, reload the page, and I think it's cool. And the text align center will be the last finishing touch about the footer. So let's look at our web page right now. So we have a little header, right? We have a little about us section, and we have a footer that's all the way there. So on a bigger screen, I think it looks all right. I'm not going to style the contact page. I'm going to leave this totally on you. So I hope you can style it good, following the conventions I was doing. And there's still a few more things we have to discuss. We're not done yet. So, okay, why is this? Okay, on the full screen, this is not really showing up good. Let me fix that. That's really easy. So to our header, let's see where this was. Header is done. So in our wrapper, I'm going to position wrapper relative and position this relative. I reload the page now it's all good. This happened because when you position something absolute, where's my encoder? When you position something absolute, like I did with this with this text, right? It was positioned absolute. It's going to look for a nearest parent that is positioned relative, and it's going to position itself absolutely to that relative element. So that's totally another topic, and I'm going to leave the link in the description that's going to explain more about that. So anyway, your first website is pretty much done. It looks okay, in my opinion. I mean, this is good enough for the beginnings. And I will see you in the next lesson where I'm going to explain pseudo selectors and a few more cool stuff. So I'll be back pretty soon. Yeah, if you like the video, please like it. If you want to keep up and see more cool videos about development and learn more, then please subscribe and help my channel grow. That's gonna mean the world to me. So thank you very much for your attention, and I'll see you tomorrow. Alrighty, bye bye.